Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. It's not St. Patrick's Day today, but I'm feeling a little lucky. I've got my mug, I've got my shirt on, I've got my boa up there, I'm a little decorated. It's getting close, it's this week. And I live close to Indianapolis, and so we had the Big Ten tournament basketball team, the games here this weekend, and so we watched a lot of basketball. We went downtown. We're big Hoosier fans, so we were rooting for the Hoosiers, and it was a fun, great weekend. We're excited. We play again tomorrow night. We're ready to go, but I'm working on the lucky here. I have camp this week. I'm working on my projects. When I have camp and it's on St. Patrick's Day, I make, it's tradition that I make these cream de mint brownies. Oh, they're good. It's one of those you need an itty bitty square because it's so rich, because you use double chocolate brownies, you put a cream cheese, cream de mint filling, and then you put chocolate ganache on top. Do them once a year. They're not my husband's favorite, so he's fine to be out of town. He's going to go out of town for a couple of days, and so he's going to miss it, and he's okay with that. He's okay. So my goal is to still be live on Wednesday, but I'm going to video this for you right now. I've got some fun projects to show you. So let's switch this over and get started. Okay, so we've talked about this a couple of times. Stampin' Up! Has some sweets that are on sale. Not all of them. There are 13. So set my drink on top of it. Now I don't want to scooch. The Mini Boss, and then the 13 bundles are on sale to the end of the month. This one is one that I had ordered at the beginning of the catalog because I liked it. I liked that the squares stamped down. I liked that the dies went over it. It was just, I thought it was really cute, and I liked the work. So I ordered it at the beginning when the catalog first came out. And of course now I'm using it because there's always a lot we've got to show. So I'm going to show you some of the things I did with it. So this is that gold and rose gold metallic paper. I'm going to, while I show you these before I start stamping, I'm going to zoom in so you can see them a little bit better. So this one is the gold and rose gold. And then this is that designer series paper that's in the catalog. And all of a sudden, of course, I can't remember it. So we'll just look back here. I love my tabs. I gave these to people with their first order, so I love these tabs. So this is the designer series paper I'm using. It's called Simply Elegant, and it's a 12 by 12. So that was the paper I pulled out, along with the rose and rose gold metallic paper. And then this is that, this is I think it's a cameo coral gold ribbon, but it's really pretty. I don't have what else sitting here because I made one pass through the cut and emboss machine on this gold and rose gold. So then there's this one, and I added some words to it. You are so worth celebrating. I thought it was just so pretty with that paper. I used the rhinestone, champagne rhinestones. This one is on some pretty gold paper. And then these are the brushed metallic gems that were in the fall catalog that are a carryover. And then there's this one. Pretty wedding cards, anniversary cards, just pretty. I couldn't decide which way I wanted this one to go. They just came out really pretty. So I was pleased with those. So then I decided to do something fun with some of our florals. So I created this one. This is with that pretty tulip paper that's in the January to June catalog. And it is the tulip, I think it's called Flower Fields. Oh my gosh, I had this, it's in my head. This is the best thing Stampin' Up! Ever did for us. Holy smokes. Putting the quick reference in the back at a glance, it just makes me so happy. I can go right back here to the back. It's Flowering Fields. It's the 12 by 12 paper. So I can go back here and look at it in the small version, and then I can go up here and look at it. So there it is with the butterflies. It's got this pretty ribbon, and then it goes with the tulips and the windmills. Okay, so there's that paper that I used. So now I'm going to show you how I made this card. And it was just fun. I'm still trying to debate on camp cards. I mean, it's this week, but it's always so hard for me to decide. Okay, so I'll show you how I put it together. First of all, let me scooch all this stuff out of the way. I took a piece of our basic white cardstock and I stamped it on seafoam. That's not listed in these papers, but I wanted a lighter version of the pear. So I'm going to stamp that down there. And then I'm going to, this is how I'm going to assemble this. Here's my cutter. It's like I knew I brought my cutter over. It's in a safe place. I'm going to trim this out. And so I'm going to trim this off. And once I mount the die cut on it, I may have to trim it a little bit more. I'm just going to use my trimmer and kind of cut it down a little bit to get it started. You never know when you mount these things how it's going to roll, right? Okay, so I've trimmed that out. Now I'm going to take my scoring blade, and this is how I like to do these designer series papers. So I am going to adhere this. I'm going to take my designer series paper and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of seal on here, and I'm going to put it down. And I cut this 4 by 3. Okay, then I'm going to come over to my scoring blade, and I'm going to score that just a smidge down so that it folds over like this. And this is mango, in case you're wondering. Then I'm going to go to 5.5 and score this side so that I can fold this over and add this to it. Okay, so that's how I do that. I put the piece of paper that I want on first, then I score it, then I go to 5.5 and score again, and then I know how big I want the other side. So I'm going to crease these down real good. This is pretty on the back too. I'm going to put this down. So I used a full sheet or a sheet to cut this so that these tulips are going to match up. On the other one, like I've told you before, I like to do my cards a little different. On this one, I did completely different colors. I cut a little bit different. I put the rainbows over here because, again, I like to do them a little bit different for you, showing you pretty much the same thing with a little bit of a twist. Okay, so let me show you how this is my mini boss, and this fits perfectly through the mini boss. The trick with the mini boss is to stagger your plates. So I'm going to put this in the pear. I'm going to stagger these here. I'm going to put this on here. And sometimes if I twist it so that this isn't perfectly straight, it goes also through a little bit easier. Stagger this. I'm going to run it through. I pushed it up so you could see it. Now I can't get good leverage on it. That's what I get. I scooched it up there. Normally I have this stuff pre-cut for you, but I like this machine and I have it scooched back too far. I can't get leverage on it. Okay, so now I'm going to run this through here. I just couldn't get a good handle on it. It runs through just fine. That's what you call user error. Shoots right out. And then this is the same one I used for this one. So to give it a little bit of twist, I'm going to do a different flower. Oh, you know what? I could have used a different. Oh well. And this is the Highland Heather. See, it goes through just fine. User error. Okay, so there's my pretty little flower. this out of the way. I like these stamps in here. I like the designs on it. I use the polka dots twice, but they're really cute designs. Sometimes I just want some kind of a shape. So this is really good to put your primary colors on something, to do a fun birthday card. Okay, so to layer this, green piece, where are you? There you are. I'm gonna put it on here. And see, I don't need to trim that. I'm just gonna put some glue dots behind it. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. So I'm going to use my glue dots. I'm a huge glue dot fan. They just make my life a little easier sometimes. Oh, some people like the green glue. You could put this on with the green glue. You could put it on with anything you wanted. I'm just going to stick this on here like this. Okay, so on this one, I turned it at an angle. This one, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't know, it's kind of cute of an angle, but I like it like this. And this piece, I am going to slide, I forgot I was going to do this, it under instead of putting it over. On this one, I put the flower on top. On this one, I'm going to put the flower behind. Okay, I'm still going to use some champagne rhinestones. I'm going to put one right in the center and add a couple more to this. Oh, all right, fine. It's telling me it doesn't have enough adhesive to stay stuck down, so we're going to put a little bit more on the back. Put it right in the hidey hole there. Okay, there you go. Don't slide around. So here's one of my pretty butterflies that got stuck over here in the corner because they kind of, I found that these tiny ones kind of slide off a little bit more. So I would like to put them on with a little bit of the fine tip glue. So I'm going to add some fine tip glue to here. I'll put some out here, right there. I'm going to add a butterfly up here. This gem wasn't cooperating, so we're going to put it right there. Let's put a butterfly on here. I know I have a piercing tool. The U-Pick tool just does so much better when I'm doing this, but I've moved it off my table. Okay, the only thing I really didn't like was this. I didn't like seeing the back of this. I didn't like that at all. So I am going to take this and I'm going to seal this down. And I'm going to trim that the exact size because I didn't like, after I mounted it where there was a little bit of motion with it, I just didn't like the way it I liked it better when it was layered. It just made me feel a little bit better. So there's a little bit of motion there on the corner. So I may stick a little glue dot under there. Or I can use the fine tip glue. Either one, let's put a little fine tip glue under that corner. There we go. Oh, that'll stay down. Okay. Here's the lid. If you have problems with the fine tip glue, if you put your finger down there and you go to slide it on, it just slides on a lot easier. There it goes. Okay, so there's my cute little, I'm going to stick it on with dimensionals. I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on this side. There it is, friends. This one I added some ribbon to the bottom. It's this pretty fine art ribbon that's got the gold and the neutrals, which it's pretty. It makes a nice little belly band. So for this one, you can just slide it off and on for you to open your card. So the cards are a little bit different, but I wanted to show you how I cut the paper when I'm going to make this kind of fold, and then just some different ways. This is a really cute bundle. The other thing with this is if I go this way and then go back this way, it has a tendency to lay a little flatter. I know you can't see that, but here, let me show you. See? Oh, look, I got a bend in the middle. Who knows? Let's try this on this side. So you can see that it's going to go down a little flatter. It's just breaking down those fibers in the paper to give it a good sharp crease. All right, there you go. See, that's much better. I don't know where you are, but in Indiana, we got to spring forward. So I just looked at my clock on the wall and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm making a really good time, except that it is an hour behind what the real time is here. So I hope you enjoyed that. I really like this bundle. Again, it was one of the first ones that I purchased when I ordered from the new annual catalog. I like it. It's cute. And the dies cut really good and layer really well. I love my shimmer cards. Oh, here, let me show you those again. I'll take a picture. When you see it in the thumbnail, you can see a picture of all of them. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I hope the sun is shining where you are. It's shining here. Oh, man, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.